Hello, this is Yo Sensei. In today's video, we will learn how to add elements for the urban site in Twinmotion. You can add center line of the road, street lamps, cars, pedestrians, and so on to your Twinmotion scene. We will also adjust the scene background, weather, and the sun. First, when you open the scene like this, it's going to look like this, and then it's way too big and it's way too zoomed out. So one thing that you could do is to select one of the pieces from your outliner and press F key on your keyboard and have it centered around your object. Okay, and the second thing that we would like to do when you're working on this kind of site context, the Twinmotion's navigation can go pretty slow, and you can change the speed of your navigation by clicking at this eye mark and then click on the speed, and then you can change it to a foot or bike or car. So in this case, we're going to change it to the car. And then this will let us move pretty quickly around the site. So this site is a beachfront site, but there is a background that is on the water, which is not that great. And so we're going to have to adjust it. So the first thing to deal with the background issue, what we can do is to go inside of context and click on, no, not context, but settings and location, and then go into background. And then you can change the background to nothing. Or if you want to show the city on one side, you could actually rotate and then have it, not show. But I think in this case, waterfront, it may work. Yeah, waterfront may work. Not really. So we're gonna just get rid of the mountain. The background. And then, so that took care of the background issue. And then the next thing that we would like to do is to add center line to the street. So we can go into this part and objects and city. No, I guess you can just type decals, D-E-C-A-L-S, decals, okay, and then dash marking. So this one is going to give us a dash mark on the street, and then you can click on this translate key to make it as a object. So now we are going to rotate this. That is going to be really parallel to our sidewalk. So I think we can just, by moving your mouse to it, then you can just type numbers. So 1 degrees minus 1. So this is a good angle for me. So now what I'm going to do is to copy this instance of object. So now click this and then hold this part while holding shift key and then drag to a good distance. Okay, and then this one is going to pop up. So in this case, I'm going to copy this instance. So instance versus copy is going to just duplicate this object, but instance you can keep the parameter of the object. So if you want to, it will automatically change the size of trees and stuff. So I'm just going to change it to like 20 of them. And then it just, created these copies, which is nice, which you can see from the top. And you can just turn off this mark by pressing G key on your keyboard. I think I did it relatively wrong distance from each other, so I'm just going to undo it and then do it again, hold shift and then copy this to the right direction and then do instances 20 times. Okay, so that's pretty good. But now overall, the direction of it is a little bit off. So I can go inside of this on the right side on the outliner, select all the dash marking by shift clicking. And then you can move this around and then rotate this 1 degree, 1 degree. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So that is going to be one of them. And then hold shift again. Shift and drag again. And then that is going to let us copy this all instances. And then you can just move this to a place you want this to be. So that's creating a center line of the street. Okay, so pretty simple. Next thing that I would like to do is to change this to creating trees on the street. So that would be nice. So first thing that I'm going to do is to go into vegetation and landscape trees. And in this case, we have a nice palm tree on the street. So we could do this. So you can just drag and drop one. And then you can do the same thing, hold shift and drag. And instances, you can just do it like 20 times. So we have the trees. And you can again select all of the trees and then kind of adjust location. Oops. All of the palm trees. And then adjust location, rotation. If you move your mouse to the arc of the rotation, you can just type by numbers. So -1, -1. So that's pretty good. Maybe -0.5 here. Yeah, so that's good. And then I'm going to just delete some of the objects that are, not there, not on the street. So you can just do it this way. So now I'm going to just take these objects. Yeah, for some reason you cannot hold shift to add to click. So in Twinmotion, for some reasons, you need to press Control or Command key to add to selection, which is opposite of Rhino, which is pretty annoying, but it is what it is. So now I can just hold shift and then copy these guys here. Okay, so that's good. And maybe I can just hold shift and copy these guys on this side and on this side too. Oops. Hold shift and copy. Okay, and then move these trees somewhere that is a little bit closer to this area, and hold shift and copy. So that's good. So now we have the trees, and for some reason it keeps reverting back to okay. So if you press F key on your keyboard, it's going to center around your site. And a couple of other things that I can do is to add street lamps, and maybe I could add more trees around this area. So command or control click to add to selection, which is, you know, a little bit annoying. But and then shift drag instance, rotate this 90 degrees, and then place them here. And I can shift drag these guys too. So we have more, you know. So you don't really want to add too much of it, but it'll be nice if you kind of like place them pretty close to where your site is. Next thing that we will do is to add some street lamps. So objects, city, and street lights. And then there are a bunch of like European looking ones, but we want to keep it relatively simple. So I think we are going to do reach. Okay, so this one seems to be good. So press F to center, and then you can kind of go into bird's eye view. So street lamps are typically facing the street, so we can have it to face the street. So now hold shift again to drag, and then, you know, hopefully this will kind of be dropped in between trees. And again, it's very hard to kind of get, you know, your angles to be perfectly accurate. So again, we have to select everything from here on the right side, and then add some angles. And then place it here. Yeah. And then maybe minus 0.5. No. Yeah, so that's good enough. And then I guess I'm going to shift drag this, and then instance copy 180 degrees on the other side, and then place it like this, and then pull these guys. Yeah, I can just okay. So now this is going to be like on the more like on the street side. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty good, and you can just you know, keep copying these. I guess we can just hold shift and drag to copy to more places. So just put it wherever you see things, and then, you know, you can, like, it's probably a good idea to determine your view, and then, you know, kind of like see, you know, what you're going to see in your scene, and then just put whatever you see. Next thing is we would like to put some cars, and some people make mistake of like putting too many cars in your scene, and so the point of getting the cars is to get the cars in the scene so that it's going to give you a sense of scale. So I don't really think you need to have too many cars there, and then especially driving and stuff. So so be very careful about how you treat the cars. Okay, so I have one car going in this direction, and maybe another car as an instance, and then drop another car that is going into this direction. Yeah. And then, this car. And then you can change the color of the car, whatever. But don't make it too invasive. So just make it the cars are there. So that is for the cars. Okay. And then we would also like to add some pedestrians on the scene, and that's going to give you some vibrant scene. That is actually really cool. So we're going to do that. So first, we can kind of zoom out to where things are there. And then we are going to go and look at people. And actually, you go inside of the context and go into path. Okay, so it's a very good idea to save your files constantly. It can actually go, you can lose files very easily in Twinmotion. So make sure to, when you're doing this kind of thing, so character path, and then I am going to paint from here. Path, character path, and then I'm going to paint on my street. So from here to here, I have character path, and then maybe they will turn around and go this way. Okay, so press enter or this key, and then you click on this, and then it will give you people walking around, and so you can really control the character path. You can select it from this side, and then people are walking on both sides, and then width of it, and then you can make the density to be many people, or less amount of people. So you can really play with this part. This will require pretty serious, processor, video graphics power. So, make it so that it's going it's going to be not to be invasive. So people are walking on the street. There are some people. So the last thing that I would like to do is to really adjust some weather and lighting condition of the site. So you can go into this eye mark, and then you can really adjust the time of the day, which time of the day is better. So in this case, this is the front of the building, and we want the light to be hitting on the front of the building, and then maybe some shadows casting from the tree. That's nice. And then so that would be pretty cool. And then you can go inside of settings and weather, and then make it a little bit cloudy. You could actually make it to get it to rain and stuff, but it's not. It's a little bit too gimmicky. So having some cloud in the sky would be nice, and avoid this kind of situation where you're looking into something empty. So if you have this condition, make sure to fill that area with something. Okay, so in this case, I can just kind of capture the corner like this, which is good. So I am going to spend a little bit more time, adding more context without voice. So you can just take a look at it. So I have added a few more elements, and so this scene has a really nice, city context with parkings and the bike racks and this kind of rotating thing. It's okay to add like these elements, but I think if you do it in a way that is relatively, controlled, I think it'll be fine. So yeah. So this is how to add some additional city urban context to your scene using Twinmotion. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.